in the labyrinth of power, where the corridors echo with whispers more than with voices. The art of survival and dominance becomes the very essence of one's existence. The world, dear Prince, is a stage where the play of ambitions unfolds, and the actors, driven by their desires and fears, perform roles that often belie their true intentions. As you ascend the throne amidst the chaos that envelops your realm, understand that the greatest threat to your reign is not the armies at your gates, but the gossip that spreads like wildfire within your court. Gossip, as I shall argue, is the revenge of the failures. It is the insidious weapon wielded by those who lack the power to confront directly, yet possess the cunning to undermine indirectly. These whispers, though seemingly innocuous, have the potency to erode the foundations of empires, to sow discord among the loyal, and to ignite suspicion within the trusting heart. It is a tool of the powerless, a strategy of those who, having failed to ascend through merit or might, seek to destabilize the structures that they cannot conquer openly. In examining the nature of gossip, one must first understand its origin. It is born out of envy, that most pernicious of human emotions, when those who perceive themselves as lesser see others attain what they cannot. They resort to the only weapon at their disposal: words. Words that can be twisted and turned, words that can shade the truth and cast doubt upon the innocent. In this regard, gossip becomes a form of warfare, where the battlefield is the reputation of men, and the casualties are the bonds of trust and loyalty that bind a ruler to his subjects. Yet, why does gossip find such fertile ground in the courts of power? The answer lies in the very nature of human society. Power attracts those who are ambitious, those who are willing to do whatever it takes to ascend. These are individuals who thrive on intrigue, who revel in the misfortune of others, and who are adept at using information as a currency. In such an environment, gossip becomes a means to an end, a way to position oneself advantageously, or to eliminate a rival without drawing one's sword. To combat this silent menace, a ruler must be vigilant, for gossip is a shadow that cannot be fought with direct confrontation. It is an enemy that must be outmaneuvered through strategy and foresight. First and foremost, cultivate a network of loyal informants. These individuals must be chosen with care, for their allegiance must be beyond reproach. Through them, you will gain insight into the undercurrents of your court, understanding the whispers before they grow into a cacophony. Furthermore, create an environment where transparency is valued. The less there is to hide, the less fuel there is for gossip to burn. Make it known that falsehoods will not be tolerated, and that retribution will be swift and unforgiving. This does not mean that all must be revealed, for a ruler must always keep certain truths close to the chest. However, by fostering a culture where truth is revered, you diminish the power of those who seek to manipulate it for their own gain. Nevertheless, recognize that not all gossip is harmful. There are instances where it can be harnessed as a tool of governance. By strategically allowing certain information to flow among your subjects, you can guide public perception and influence opinion. In this way, gossip becomes not a threat, but an ally, one that can be used to reinforce your authority and solidify your rule. Understand, dear Prince, that in the realm of power, perception often outweighs reality. The image you project, the persona you cultivate, these are the elements that will define your reign. If gossip is the revenge of the failures, then let success be your armor. Let your actions speak louder than words, and let your achievements silence the doubters. By remaining steadfast in your purpose, by demonstrating strength in the face of adversity, you will render gossip impotent. Yet, be wary of hubris, for it is the downfall of many a ruler who believed themselves invincible. Even as you build your defenses against the corrosive nature of gossip, understand that humility and self-awareness are your greatest allies. Surround yourself with advisors who speak the truth, even when it is uncomfortable to hear. Encourage discourse that challenges your beliefs, for in doing so, you inoculate yourself against the insidiousness of flattery and deceit. In conclusion, dear Prince, the art of ruling is as much about understanding the nature of power as it is about wielding it. Gossip, though seemingly trivial, can be the undoing of the mightiest of empires if left unchecked. It is a reminder that even the most formidable rulers are, at their core, human, and thus susceptible to the whims and machinations of others. As you navigate the treacherous waters of leadership, keep your eyes open and your mind sharp. For in the end, it is not only the sword that secures a kingdom, but the wisdom with which it is wielded. As you continue your journey through the corridors of power, let us delve deeper into the intricacies of governance, where the art of ruling is not merely about imposing your will, but about mastering the delicate balance between fear and love. This balance is quintessential in maintaining your authority and ensuring the longevity of your reign. The philosopher's dilemma, whether it is better to be loved or feared, is one that you must confront with pragmatism and a clear understanding of human nature. Fear, when utilized judiciously, can be a powerful tool. It instills a sense of respect and obedience, ensuring that your commands are followed without question. However, fear must be tempered with wisdom. It should never degenerate into cruelty, for cruelty breeds resentment, and resentment leads to rebellion. The wise ruler uses fear as a deterrent, a means to enforce order and discipline, rather than as an instrument of tyranny. On the other hand, the love of your subjects is a double-edged sword. While it can inspire loyalty and devotion, it is often fickle and subject to the whims of fortune. Love is contingent upon your ability to meet the expectations of your people, and when those expectations are unmet, love can quickly turn to disdain. Therefore, your goal should not be to be loved unconditionally, but rather to be respected. Respect is built upon a foundation of just governance, equitable laws, and an unwavering commitment to the well-being of your subjects. Moreover, in the administration of your realm, justice must be both seen and felt. The perception of fairness is as crucial as its reality. As a ruler, you must ensure that your laws are not only just, but are perceived as such by those who are governed by them. The administration of justice should be swift and impartial, reflecting the strength of your leadership and the integrity of your rule. In doing so, you build a legacy of trust, where the rule of law is paramount, and where your authority is legitimized by the consent of the governed. In the realm of diplomacy, the art of negotiation is paramount. Here, the ability to discern the intentions of others and to navigate the complexities of international relations is crucial. Diplomacy is a dance of power, where alliances are forged and broken, where treaties are crafted with careful consideration of both immediate and long-term implications. It is in this arena that your strategic acumen must shine, for the alliances you form will determine the stability and security of your reign. Remember that in diplomacy, as in all things, appearances can be deceiving. The most formidable of allies may harbor ulterior motives, while the weakest of states may possess hidden strengths. In this complex web of relations, your ability to read between the lines, to anticipate the moves of others, and to strategically position yourself will be the difference between triumph and disaster. Cultivate relationships with those who share your interests, but always remain vigilant, For trust is a commodity that must be earned and constantly evaluated. Furthermore, the role of communication cannot be overstated. In an age where information is power, the manner in which you communicate with your subjects and the world defines your rule. Your proclamations must be clear and decisive, leaving no room for misinterpretation or doubt. Use the power of rhetoric to inspire and motivate, to unite and rally your people to your cause. Yet, be mindful of the message you convey. For words, once spoken, cannot be taken back. In moments of crisis, your ability to communicate effectively will be tested. It is during these times that you must project strength and confidence, reassuring your subjects and allies alike of your resolve and capability. A ruler who falters in communication invites chaos and uncertainty, undermining the very foundation of their authority. As you navigate the complexities of power, never lose sight of the ultimate goal, the prosperity and stability of your realm. Your actions must always be guided by the pursuit of these objectives, for they are the cornerstones upon which your legacy will be built. In the pursuit of these goals, pragmatism must guide your decisions, and you must be willing to adapt to changing circumstances, always keeping the best interests of your realm at heart. Finally, remember that history is written by the victors, but it is also shaped by those who have the foresight to understand its currents. As you forge your path, let your actions be guided by the lessons of the past, the realities of the present, and the possibilities of the future. In this way, you will not only secure your reign but also leave an indelible mark on the annals of history, a testament to your wisdom and leadership. To further understand the dynamics of power and governance, it is imperative to delve into the nature of alliances and enmities, both within and beyond your borders. The landscape of political power is ever shifting, and a wise ruler must be adept at recognizing the ebbs and flows of influence and loyalty. In the realm of power, friends can become foes, and adversaries can turn into allies, all determined by the strategic interests at play. Internal alliances within your court are as critical as those you forge externally. The court is a microcosm of your realm, and it is here that the seeds of power are sown and nurtured. Surround yourself with individuals who are not only competent and loyal but also diverse in their perspectives. A council that reflects a wide array of experiences and insights is invaluable, as it provides a ruler with a comprehensive view of the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead. However, trust within the court must be balanced with caution. The closer an individual is to power, the greater their potential to influence or undermine it. Therefore, it is essential to consistently assess the motivations and ambitions of those within your inner circle. Encourage open dialogue and debate, but remain vigilant against factions that may seek to consolidate power for their own ends. Factions can be the breeding ground for dissent and betrayal, and a ruler must be adept at quelling such movements before they gain momentum. Externally, the formation of alliances is a strategic endeavor, one that requires a deep understanding of the geopolitical landscape. Alliances should be built not on sentiment, but on mutual benefit and shared objectives. When aligning with other states, consider their strengths and weaknesses, their ambitions and fears, and how these align with your own strategic goals. An alliance should serve as a means to bolster your power, to deter aggression, and to create opportunities for expansion and prosperity. Yet, alliances are not set in stone. They are dynamic and must be regularly evaluated to ensure they continue to serve your interests. Be prepared to dissolve alliances that no longer provide benefit, but do so with tact and foresight. The dissolution of an alliance can create new enmities, and these must be managed carefully to prevent escalating into conflict. In managing enmities, Remember that the art of diplomacy can often achieve what warfare cannot. Engage with your adversaries, not out of weakness, but as a demonstration of your strategic acumen. Negotiation and dialogue can pave the way for resolutions that might otherwise seem unattainable. However, always negotiate from a position of strength, ensuring that your adversaries recognize the potential consequences of defying your will. In your interactions with both allies and adversaries, the importance of intelligence cannot be overstated. Information is the lifeblood of power, and a ruler must have access to a wide network of informants and spies. These individuals should be strategically placed to provide insights into the plans and movements of others, both within and outside your realm. With accurate and timely intelligence, you can anticipate the actions of others, allowing you to counter threats before they materialize and to seize opportunities as they arise. Moreover, understand that in the realm of power, perception is reality. The image you project to both your subjects and the world is as crucial as the actions you take. Cultivate an image of strength and benevolence, for it is this duality that commands respect and admiration. Show strength to deter those who would challenge your authority, and demonstrate benevolence to inspire loyalty among your subjects. In times of peace, focus on the prosperity and welfare of your people, for a contented populace is the greatest defense against internal unrest. Implement policies that encourage economic growth, education, and innovation, ensuring that your realm remains competitive and resilient in the face of external pressures. At the same time, maintain a strong and vigilant military, for even in times of peace, the threat of war looms ever present. In conclusion, dear Prince, the path of rulership is fraught with challenges, but it is also ripe with opportunities. By understanding the intricate dynamics of power, by forging strategic alliances, and by remaining ever vigilant against threats, both internal and external, you can secure your reign and ensure the prosperity of your realm. Let your legacy be one of wisdom and strength, a testament to your ability to navigate the complexities of power with skill and foresight. As you continue on this journey, remember that the true measure of a ruler is not only in the conquests they achieve, but in the stability and prosperity they create for their people. As we delve deeper into the labyrinthine nature of power, it is vital to address the role of adaptability and innovation in sustaining a successful reign in an ever-evolving world, where the tides of fortune can shift abruptly. A ruler's ability to adapt is as crucial as their capacity to lead. This adaptability must be rooted in an understanding of both the historical context and the present realities, allowing for a synthesis that guides future actions. The history of empires is replete with examples of those who failed to adapt to changing circumstances, leading to their eventual decline. The rigidity of tradition, while providing a sense of continuity and identity, can also become a shackle, preventing necessary reforms and stifling progress. As a ruler, you must strike a balance between respecting the traditions that bind your people and embracing the innovations that propel your realm forward. Innovation is not merely a matter of technological advancement, though such progress can indeed provide a significant advantage. It encompasses new approaches to governance, novel strategies in diplomacy, and creative solutions to economic challenges. Encourage a culture of innovation within your realm, where ideas are valued and experimentation is not feared. Foster an environment where the brightest minds are given the freedom to explore new concepts, for it is through such exploration that greatness is often achieved. However, be wary of unbridled innovation that lacks direction or purpose. As ruler, it is your responsibility to ensure that innovation serves the greater good and aligns with the strategic goals of your reign. Encourage responsible innovation, where the potential risks are carefully weighed against the anticipated benefits. In doing so, you mitigate the dangers of recklessness while harnessing the transformative power of new ideas. Adaptability also requires a keen understanding of the global stage, where the interplay of nations and cultures presents both challenges and opportunities. The world beyond your borders is a mosaic of diverse peoples and ideologies, each with their own ambitions and fears. A ruler must be a student of the world, constantly learning and adapting to the shifting dynamics of international relations. In this context, cultural diplomacy becomes a powerful tool. By engaging with other cultures, you not only gain insight into their perspectives, but also foster goodwill and mutual understanding. Cultural exchanges can serve as a bridge, easing tensions and opening avenues for cooperation that might otherwise remain closed. Promote the arts, sciences, and education as universal languages that transcend political boundaries, forging connections that strengthen your realm's influence on the global stage. Yet, in your pursuit of adaptability and innovation, always remain grounded in the core values that define your leadership: integrity, justice, and the welfare of your people must remain at the forefront of your decision-making. These principles provide a moral compass, guiding you through the complexities of governance and ensuring that your actions serve the greater good. In the face of adversity, your ability to remain steady and composed will be tested. Crises, whether born of internal strife or external threat, are inevitable. It is during these times that your adaptability will be most crucial. Approach each challenge with a clear and level head, assessing the situation with both pragmatism and foresight. Adapt your strategies as necessary, but never at the expense of your core principles. Moreover, cultivate resilience within your realm, preparing your people and institutions to withstand and recover from setbacks. A resilient society is one that can absorb shocks and emerge stronger. Learning from adversity and adapting to new realities. Build a foundation of resilience through robust infrastructure, diversified economies, and empowered citizenry, ensuring that your realm can weather the storms that may come. In conclusion, dear Prince, the path to enduring power lies in the ability to adapt and innovate while remaining true to the values that underpin your reign. Embrace change as an opportunity rather than a threat, fostering a culture of progress and resilience that will secure your legacy. By doing so, you will not only navigate the challenges of your time, but also lay the groundwork for a prosperous future, leaving a testament to your wisdom and leadership for generations to come. As you continue to navigate the complexities of power, it is essential to understand the intricate relationship between leadership and the governed. The bond between a ruler and their subjects is a delicate one, requiring both strength and empathy. While authority stems from the ability to command, true leadership is born from the capacity to inspire and unite. The foundation of a successful reign is built upon the trust and support of the people. This trust is not given freely. It must be earned through actions that demonstrate your commitment to the common good. As a ruler, your every decision should reflect an understanding of the needs and aspirations of your subjects. By aligning your policies with the welfare of the populace, you forge a bond that transcends mere obedience, creating a shared vision for the future. Public perception, therefore, becomes a vital aspect of your governance. The narrative that surrounds your reign will shape how you are remembered, both by your contemporaries and by history. Control this narrative by ensuring transparency and accountability in your actions. Communicate openly with your subjects, providing them with insight into your decisions and the rationale behind them. This transparency not only builds trust, but also diminishes the impact of misinformation and dissent. However, communication is a double-edged sword. While it can unite and motivate, it can also expose vulnerabilities that others may seek to exploit. Be judicious in the information you share, maintaining a balance between openness and strategic discretion. By controlling the flow of information, you can guide public opinion, turning potential challenges into opportunities for engagement and dialogue. Moreover, the art of persuasion is a skill that every ruler must master. Influence is often more effective than coercion, and the ability to persuade others to your cause is a hallmark of effective leadership. Develop your rhetorical skills, using them to articulate your vision and to rally support for your initiatives. Through persuasion, you can foster a sense of ownership among your subjects, transforming them from passive observers into active participants in the governance of your realm. In addition to persuasion, understanding the diverse motivations and interests within your society is crucial. A ruler must be attuned to the various factions, interest groups, and social classes that comprise their realm. Each has its own priorities and concerns, and by recognizing these, you can tailor your policies to address their needs. This inclusivity not only strengthens your authority but also fosters social cohesion, reducing the potential for conflict and division. Yet, it is not enough to merely address the immediate concerns of your subjects. A visionary leader must also anticipate future challenges and opportunities, preparing their realm for the trials that lie ahead. Engage in strategic planning, setting long-term goals that align with the aspirations of your people. By looking beyond the present, you position your realm to adapt and thrive in an ever-changing world. In the pursuit of these goals, education emerges as a cornerstone of progress. An educated populace is empowered to think critically, to innovate, and to contribute meaningfully to society. Invest in the education of your people, ensuring that it is accessible and aligned with the needs of the future. Encourage the pursuit of knowledge not only for its practical benefits, but also for its ability to enrich the human spirit and foster a culture of curiosity and exploration. Furthermore, the cultivation of civic virtue is essential to the health of your realm. Encourage a sense of civic responsibility among your subjects, promoting values such as integrity, respect, and service. By fostering a culture where individuals are committed to the greater good, you create a society that is resilient and capable of overcoming adversity. In conclusion, dear Prince, the essence of leadership lies in the ability to inspire, to unite, and to guide your people towards a shared vision of prosperity and peace. Through transparency, persuasion, and strategic foresight, you can build a legacy that endures, one that is rooted in the trust and support of those you serve. As you continue to lead, remember that the strength of your reign is measured not only by the power you wield, but by the lives you touch and the future you shape. As we delve further into the nuances of governance, we must consider the inevitable interplay between power and morality. The ethical dimensions of leadership present a complex tapestry, where decisions are often fraught with moral ambiguity. In the realm of politics, where the stakes are high and the consequences profound, a ruler must navigate the delicate balance between ethical principles and pragmatic necessity. It is a common misconception that morality and politics are mutually exclusive, that the pursuit of power necessitates the abandonment of ethical considerations. However, a discerning ruler understands that morality, when wielded judiciously, can be a formidable ally rather than a hindrance. The key lies in distinguishing between idealism and realism, between the pursuit of utopian ideals and the practicalities of governance. The moral compass of a ruler should not be dictated by rigid dogma, but guided by the principles of justice, equity, and the greater good. Decisions must be weighed not only against their immediate outcomes but also their long-term implications for society. This requires a nuanced understanding of ethical dilemmas, where the right course of action is often not the easiest or most popular. In this context, the concept of consequentialism becomes particularly relevant. The morality of an action is determined by its outcomes, and a ruler must therefore consider the broader ramifications of their choices. While this approach may necessitate difficult decisions, where lesser evils are chosen to avert greater harm, it ensures that the overarching goal of governance, the welfare of the realm, is prioritized. Yet, this does not grant license to act with impunity. Accountability is a cornerstone of ethical leadership, and a ruler must be prepared to answer for their actions. This accountability extends not only to the people they govern, but also to their own conscience. A ruler who loses sight of their ethical responsibilities risks descending into tyranny, where power is wielded for personal gain rather than the public good. Moreover, the ethical landscape of governance is shaped by cultural and historical contexts. What is deemed moral in one society may be viewed differently in another, and a ruler must be sensitive to these distinctions. This cultural relativism requires a flexible approach to ethics, where principles are adapted to align with societal values while maintaining the core tenets of justice and fairness. In the realm of diplomacy, ethics play a critical role in shaping international relations. While the pursuit of national interests is paramount, it must be tempered by a commitment to global stability and peace. Diplomatic engagements should be conducted with integrity, where treaties and agreements are honored, and where deception is employed judiciously, only when the greater good demands it. This ethical diplomacy extends to issues of war and peace. The decision to engage in conflict is one of the gravest a ruler can make, and it must be guided by a thorough consideration of its moral and strategic implications. War should only be waged as a last resort, when all avenues of negotiation have been exhausted and when the defense of the realm necessitates it. Even then, the conduct of war must adhere to principles of humanity, where the impact on civilians is minimized and where the restoration of peace remains the ultimate goal. At home, fostering an ethical society requires leading by example. A ruler's personal conduct sets the tone for the realm, and it is through their actions that the values of honesty, integrity, and responsibility are instilled in the populace. Encourage ethical behavior through policies that reward integrity and punish corruption, creating a culture where the moral high ground is not only valued but expected. In conclusion, dear Prince, the intersection of power and morality presents a complex yet navigable path. By embracing ethical principles as a guide rather than a constraint, you can wield power with wisdom and foresight. Let your reign be marked by decisions that reflect both strategic acumen and moral clarity, ensuring that your legacy is one of honor and respect, a testament to the strength and integrity of your leadership. As you continue to lead, remember that true power is not measured by dominion over others, but by the ability to uplift and inspire, to govern with both heart and mind. As we venture further into the exploration of power's intricate fabric, it becomes essential to address the perpetual challenge of maintaining authority in the face of change. The world is in a constant state of flux, driven by the tides of innovation, the emergence of new ideologies, and the shifting allegiances of people. In such a dynamic environment, a ruler must be both a guardian of stability and a harbinger of progress, deftly managing the forces of continuity and change. The art of maintaining authority is rooted in the ability to adapt without losing one's core identity and purpose. A ruler must embody the qualities of both the oak and the willow, steadfast in their principles, yet flexible in their approach. This adaptability is crucial in responding to the myriad challenges that arise. from economic upheavals to social transformations, each demanding a nuanced understanding and a strategic response. Economic stability is a cornerstone of political power, and its maintenance requires foresight and innovation. In an era where economic landscapes are rapidly evolving, the capacity to anticipate and adapt to changes is vital. Diversification of the economy is essential, reducing reliance on a single sector and mitigating the risks of market volatility. Encourage entrepreneurship and technological advancement, leveraging these forces as catalysts for growth and resilience. Yet, economic policies must also be equitable, ensuring that prosperity is shared across all strata of society. Inequality breeds discontent, and discontent sows the seeds of unrest. Implement policies that promote social mobility and provide opportunities for all citizens, fostering a sense of shared destiny and collective purpose. In doing so, you reinforce the social contract that underpins your authority, where the well-being of the people is intrinsically linked to the stability of your reign. Social change, too, presents both challenges and opportunities. As societies evolve, new values and norms emerge, often challenging traditional structures and beliefs. A wise ruler recognizes that resistance to change can lead to stagnation and conflict, while embracing it can revitalize and strengthen the realm. Engage with emerging social movements, understanding their motivations and aspirations, and integrate their insights into your governance. However, this engagement must be balanced with a respect for tradition and cultural heritage, which provide a sense of identity and continuity. The challenge lies in harmonizing the old with the new, crafting a society that honors its past while forging a path toward the future. Encourage dialogue and collaboration between different generations and cultural groups, fostering a culture of inclusivity and mutual respect. In the political arena, the art of maintaining authority involves a careful calibration of power and influence. A ruler must be adept at managing both vertical and horizontal power dynamics, ensuring that authority is consolidated while fostering a collaborative environment. Empower local leaders and institutions, allowing them a degree of autonomy while ensuring alignment with central governance. This decentralization not only enhances administrative efficiency, but also strengthens the social fabric by encouraging civic engagement and accountability. Externally, the maintenance of authority requires a keen understanding of geopolitical currents. The international stage is one of both competition and cooperation, where alliances are formed and dissolved in pursuit of strategic interests. A ruler must navigate this complex landscape with skill and foresight, leveraging diplomatic relationships and strategic partnerships to bolster their realm's position. The projection of soft power is particularly effective in maintaining influence beyond borders. Cultural diplomacy, economic investments, and humanitarian initiatives can enhance your realm's prestige and attract allies. By presenting your realm as a beacon of stability and progress, you cultivate a network of influence that extends beyond traditional power structures. Moreover, the role of technology cannot be ignored in contemporary governance. The digital age presents unprecedented opportunities for communication, innovation, and engagement. Harness technology to enhance governance, improve transparency, and foster connectivity among your people. However, remain vigilant against the potential misuse of technology, ensuring that it serves to empower rather than control. In conclusion, dear Prince, the maintenance of authority in a changing world demands a delicate balance of strength and flexibility. By embracing adaptability, fostering economic and social inclusivity, and engaging with both domestic and international dynamics, You can secure your reign and ensure the prosperity of your realm. Let your leadership be characterized by foresight and resilience, guiding your people through the currents of change with wisdom and integrity. In doing so, you will not only preserve your authority, but also leave a legacy of progress and stability for generations to come. As we continue our exploration of the dynamics of power and governance, it is imperative to examine the role of conflict and resolution within your realm. Conflict, whether internal or external, is an inevitable aspect of leadership. It is the crucible in which the mettle of a ruler is tested, revealing their capacity for both strength and diplomacy. The manner in which you navigate these conflicts will define the stability and legacy of your reign. Internal conflicts often arise from the multiplicity of interests within the state, differing priorities, ambitions, and grievances can lead to tensions that threaten the cohesion of your realm. A ruler must possess the acumen to discern the roots of these conflicts, addressing them with both firmness and empathy. Understand that beneath the surface of discord lies an opportunity for growth and transformation. To effectively manage internal conflict, establish mechanisms for dialogue and negotiation. Create forums where grievances can be aired and addressed constructively, providing a space for diverse voices to be heard. This inclusivity fosters a sense of belonging and investment in the collective well-being of the state. Moreover, it allows you to gauge the pulse of your people, understanding their needs and aspirations, which in turn informs your policies and decisions. However, dialogue alone is not always sufficient. There are times when decisive action is required to quell unrest and restore order. In such instances, ensure that your response is proportionate and just, maintaining the balance between authority and fairness. The use of force, when necessary, should be a last resort, employed with precision and restraint. Excessive force breeds resentment and can escalate tensions, undermining the legitimacy of your rule. In addressing external conflicts, the art of diplomacy becomes paramount. The world beyond your borders is fraught with competing interests and potential threats. A ruler must be adept at navigating this complex web of relationships, leveraging alliances and strategic partnerships to safeguard their realm. Diplomacy is both an art and a science, requiring a keen understanding of cultural nuances and geopolitical realities. Engage with your neighbors and allies through a lens of mutual benefit and respect. Establish clear communication channels and foster relationships built on trust and shared objectives. In doing so, you create a network of support that enhances your security and influence. However, remain vigilant against potential betrayals, as alliances are often as fragile as they are beneficial. In instances where diplomacy fails and conflict becomes inevitable, a ruler must be prepared to lead with courage and conviction. Military might is a necessary component of statecraft, but it must be wielded with wisdom and strategic foresight. The objectives of any military engagement should be clear, and the path to peace must always remain a priority. A prolonged conflict drains resources and morale, whereas a swift and decisive resolution strengthens your position and restores stability. Furthermore, in the aftermath of conflict, the process of reconciliation and rebuilding is crucial. Extend a hand of peace to former adversaries, fostering an environment where healing and cooperation can take place. This process requires patience and perseverance, but it is essential in laying the groundwork for lasting harmony and prosperity. In conclusion, dear Prince, the management of conflict and the pursuit of resolution are integral to the art of governance. By fostering dialogue, employing diplomacy, and exercising prudent use of force, you can navigate the challenges of conflict with efficacy and grace. Let your reign be characterized by a commitment to peace and stability, guiding your realm through the trials of the present and toward a future of unity and progress. As you continue to lead, remember that the true strength of a ruler lies not only in their ability to conquer, but in their capacity to bring people together, transforming discord into harmony and adversity into opportunity. As we delve deeper into the essence of leadership and the subtleties of maintaining power, it becomes imperative to consider the significance of legacy, a concept that transcends the temporal bounds of a ruler's lifespan. Legacy is the enduring imprint of your reign, the testament to your vision, decisions, and the indelible mark left upon your realm and its people. It is this legacy that will define how future generations perceive your leadership and the era over which you presided. The crafting of a legacy begins with a clear vision of what you wish to achieve. This vision must be both aspirational and attainable, rooted in the realities of your realm while reaching for a future that embodies progress and prosperity. A ruler's vision serves as a guiding star, aligning policies and actions with long-term goals that extend beyond immediate concerns. By articulating a coherent vision, you inspire your subjects, uniting them under a common purpose that transcends individual interests. However, a vision without action is merely a dream. The translation of vision into reality requires meticulous planning, strategic execution, and unwavering commitment. It is through the implementation of policies and initiatives that a ruler's vision takes shape, transforming abstract ideals into tangible outcomes. This process demands resilience and adaptability, as unforeseen challenges and shifting circumstances may necessitate adjustments to your plans. Yet, by remaining steadfast in your core objectives, you ensure that your legacy remains intact. A key component of a lasting legacy is the empowerment of your people. By investing in education, infrastructure, and social systems, you lay the foundation for a society that is resilient and capable of sustaining progress. Empowerment is not merely a matter of providing resources, but involves nurturing a culture of innovation, critical thinking, and civic engagement. Encourage your subjects to take ownership of their roles within the realm, fostering a sense of agency and responsibility that strengthens the social fabric. Moreover, a ruler's legacy is often defined by their ability to balance continuity with change. While it is essential to preserve the cultural heritage and traditions that bind your people, it is equally important to embrace innovation and evolution. The world is in constant flux, and a static leadership risks obsolescence. By championing progress, while honoring the past, you create a dynamic legacy that is adaptable and enduring. The ethical dimension of your legacy cannot be overlooked. The moral compass by which you govern will resonate through the annals of history, shaping perceptions of your leadership. Strive to lead with integrity, fairness, and compassion, ensuring that your actions reflect a commitment to the greater good. While the exercise of power may necessitate difficult decisions, let these be guided by principles that uphold the dignity and welfare of your people. Furthermore, consider the environmental legacy you leave behind. The stewardship of natural resources and the preservation of the environment are responsibilities that extend beyond your reign. Implement policies that promote sustainability, ensuring that the riches of the earth are conserved for future generations. By prioritizing environmental health, you not only protect the planet, but also enhance the quality of life for your subjects, creating a legacy of harmony between humanity and nature. In the realm of diplomacy, a ruler's legacy is shaped by their contributions to global stability and peace. Engage in international initiatives that promote cooperation, understanding, and conflict resolution. By positioning your realm as a leader in global affairs, You extend your influence and create a legacy of collaboration and goodwill that transcends borders. In conclusion, dear Prince, the crafting of a legacy is a profound and enduring endeavor. It is the culmination of your vision, actions, and values, a testament to the impact of your leadership. As you continue to navigate the complexities of governance, let your legacy be one of progress, empowerment, and integrity. By doing so, you ensure that your reign is remembered not only for its achievements, but for the enduring principles and prosperity it bequeaths to future generations. In the end, the true measure of a ruler is not only the power they wield in their time, but the lasting influence they leave upon the world. As we further explore the intricacies of power and governance, it is important to consider the role of succession and continuity in securing the future of your realm. The transition of power is a critical juncture in any leadership, fraught with both opportunity and risk. A well-planned succession ensures the stability and prosperity of the state, while a poorly managed transition can lead to chaos and decline. The process of succession begins long before the actual transfer of power. It requires careful consideration and strategic planning to identify and nurture potential successors who embody the values and vision of your leadership. This selection process should be guided by merit and capability rather than mere proximity or lineage. By choosing a successor who is both competent and aligned with your principles, you safeguard the continuity of your policies and the stability of the realm. Mentorship plays a crucial role in preparing your chosen successor for the responsibilities of leadership. Engage them in the decision-making process, allowing them to gain first-hand experience in governance. Through this mentorship, they develop the skills and insights necessary to navigate the complexities of power, building confidence and competence in their future role. Moreover, it is essential to communicate the succession plan to your subjects, ensuring transparency and fostering trust. This communication should emphasize the continuity of leadership and the shared vision for the future, alleviating concerns and reducing the potential for power struggles. By involving key stakeholders in the process, you create a sense of collective ownership and investment in the transition. In addition to preparing a successor, consider the broader structures and institutions that support governance. Strengthening these institutions ensures that they can withstand the shocks of succession and continue to function effectively. Implement checks and balances that prevent the concentration of power and encourage accountability, creating a resilient framework for governance that endures beyond individual leadership. The role of tradition and ceremony in succession cannot be overlooked. Ceremonial rites and rituals provide a sense of continuity and legitimacy, reinforcing the stability of the transition. These traditions, steeped in history and cultural significance, serve as a bridge between the past and the future, uniting the people in a shared sense of identity and purpose. However, be mindful that succession is not merely a transfer of power, but an opportunity for renewal and revitalization. Encourage your successor to bring fresh perspectives and ideas, fostering innovation and progress within the framework of your established vision. This infusion of new energy ensures that the realm remains dynamic and adaptable, capable of meeting the challenges of an ever-changing world. In the international arena, succession offers an opportunity to reaffirm alliances and strengthen diplomatic relationships. Engage with allies and partners to communicate the stability and continuity of your leadership, reinforcing your realm's position on the global stage. Diplomacy during this period should be proactive, demonstrating the seamless transition of power and the ongoing commitment to international collaboration. Ultimately, the measure of a successful succession lies in the seamless continuation of governance and the enduring prosperity of the realm. By approaching the transition with foresight and strategic planning, You not only secure your legacy but also lay the foundation for the future. A well-executed succession is a testament to the strength and vision of your leadership, ensuring that the principles and progress of your reign endure for generations to come. In conclusion, dear Prince, the art of succession is a vital aspect of leadership, one that demands both prudence and vision. As you prepare for the eventual transition of power, let your actions be guided by a commitment to stability, continuity, and progress. By doing so, you ensure that your realm remains a beacon of prosperity and strength, a lasting testament to the wisdom and foresight of your reign. As you continue to lead, remember that true leadership is not only about wielding power in the present, but also about securing the future for those who will follow in your footsteps. As we continue our exploration of the principles and practices that underpin effective leadership, it is imperative to delve into the concept of resilience. Resilience is the cornerstone of enduring power, enabling a ruler and their realm to withstand and recover from the myriad challenges and adversities that inevitably arise. In a world characterized by uncertainty and volatility, the cultivation of resilience is not merely advantageous, but essential for the preservation and advancement of your authority and legacy. Resilience begins with a robust foundation, built upon the strength of institutions and the cohesion of society. Institutions are the pillars of governance, providing structure, stability, and continuity. A ruler must ensure that these institutions are not only efficient and effective, but also adaptable to changing circumstances. This adaptability requires a willingness to reform and innovate, allowing institutions to evolve in response to new challenges and opportunities. The legal system, in particular, plays a crucial role in fostering resilience. By establishing a framework of laws that are just, transparent, and consistently applied, you create an environment where order and fairness prevail. This legal framework must be flexible enough to accommodate necessary reforms while maintaining the integrity of justice. A resilient legal system instills confidence among your subjects, reinforcing their trust in governance and reducing the potential for unrest. Economic resilience is equally vital, as it provides the means to weather financial storms and sustain growth. Diversification of the economy is a key strategy, reducing dependence on a single sector and spreading risk across various industries. Encourage innovation and entrepreneurship, fostering a dynamic economy that can adapt to shifts in global markets. Sound fiscal policies, prudent management of resources, and investment in infrastructure are fundamental to building economic resilience, ensuring that your realm can thrive in both prosperous and challenging times. Social resilience is rooted in the strength of the community and the bonds that unite your people. A cohesive society is one that can withstand external pressures and internal divisions, drawing upon shared values and a common identity. Promote social cohesion by addressing inequalities and fostering inclusivity, creating a sense of belonging and purpose among all citizens. Encourage civic engagement and participation, empowering your subjects to contribute to the governance and development of the realm. Education is a powerful tool in cultivating resilience, equipping your people with the knowledge and skills necessary to navigate an ever-changing world. Invest in education systems that promote critical thinking, creativity, and adaptability, preparing future generations to meet the challenges of the 21st century. By prioritizing education, you lay the groundwork for a society that is informed, innovative, and capable of sustaining progress. Resilience also extends to the realm of diplomacy and international relations. A ruler must cultivate a network of alliances and partnerships that provide support and security in times of crisis. These relationships should be built on mutual respect and shared interests, allowing for collaboration and collective action in the face of global challenges. Diplomatic resilience involves not only maintaining existing alliances, but also being open to new partnerships, adapting to shifts in the geopolitical landscape. In moments of crisis, the resilience of leadership is tested. A ruler must remain calm and decisive, demonstrating the capacity to lead with confidence and clarity. Effective communication is crucial, providing reassurance and guidance to your subjects and allies. By articulating a clear plan of action and maintaining transparency, you reinforce trust and unity, enabling your realm to navigate the crisis with strength and resolve. Ultimately, resilience is a reflection of the values and vision that underpin your leadership. It is the ability to persevere in the face of adversity, to learn and grow from challenges, and to emerge stronger and more capable. By cultivating resilience in all aspects of governance, you ensure that your realm remains steadfast and vibrant, capable of achieving enduring success and prosperity. In conclusion, dear Prince, the cultivation of resilience is an essential component of effective leadership. As you continue to navigate the complexities of governance, let resilience be your guiding principle, empowering you to lead with strength, wisdom, and foresight. By doing so, you secure not only your reign but also the future of your realm, leaving a legacy of resilience and progress for generations to come. As you forge ahead, remember that true power lies not in the absence of adversity, but in the capacity to overcome it, transforming challenges into opportunities for growth and transformation.